go down to the riverside at Clatchy Rock in South Hilton and the tide is just right, you might see an interesting lump of concrete shaped like a boat sticking up from the water. It might not look like much, but this is an interesting part of Sunderland's history. You'd be forgiven for wondering if it was an art installation. After all, a concrete boat. To understand why, we have to go back in time a little to the end of the First World War. The war was a huge drain on resources, and raw materials had been siphoned off over the 4 years of conflict, meaning that once the world returned to normal, these materials were scarce. So both here and in the United States, shipbuilders looked towards a temporary solution: concrete. One of the potential issues with this was that traditional shipbuilders weren't used to building with concrete, but the government was offering a lucrative programme for those who could fulfil the demand for the new boats, and so a new company was formed. Cretehawser, the name of the tugboat in question, was built by the Weir Concrete Building Company in Southwick, who were part of larger shipbuilders Swan Hunter. It was launched in 1919, the first of an order of 8 tugboats. It was thought and hoped that concrete would be a cheap material to build with, but they actually turned out to be considerably more expensive than their steel counterparts, costing almost 40% more on average to make. As a result, the 8-tug order was reduced by the Ministry of Shipping, and the programme eventually scrapped. Some of the concrete tugs that had made it to fruition had short but eventful lives. Crete rock crashed into a trawler, Crete cable ran aground, and Crete rope was dismantled. So, what of Cretehawser? She ticked along in use as a tug until 1935, after which she was sold for scrap to the South Stockton Shipping Company Limited. The remains, or the hulk, were sold back to Sunderland, this time to the River Weir Commissioners, who moored her in the South Dock to use as an emergency breakwater. Cretehawser was hit during an air raid in the Second World War, and so she was towed upriver to her current spot near to where she was built. The council considered moving her during a redevelopment of the riverbank, but it was decided that she was an important part of Sunderland's heritage and left as a reminder of our short dabble into concrete boats.